hello. Hello. It is Natalia
and Sky.
And we're here to
of the
talk...
Certified Noonas.
Yes, of the Certified Noonas, which, listen, I assume you probably know that since you've made it to our YouTube channel, but, you know, who knows? And we are here to talk about the greatest love story that has ever been put to film. Just, hello, Amanda. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. We're here to talk about Long, Long Man. The man, the myth, the legend. Just, he's an enigma. He's just the perfection of what we're about to talk about. Oh, hey, Frankie! Thank you for stopping by. We are going to have such a good time today. We're going to have a whole... It's going to be great. I don't even know what to say about it. I do, however, have one note before we get started. Sorry. And the note is, let's keep this YouTube friendly. Okay? The temptation will be there from the source material to, get a little feisty from time to time. But,
we're keeping it light on spice.
Yeah, light spice.
Implied.
Anyway, so we're going to cover a lot of things today. This is Professors Natalia and Sky are here to bring you into the Long, Long Man fold. So we're going to cover the characters, the plot, symbolism, and also some behind the scenes stuff. It's going to be super fun. But of course, what do we have to do before we start all this? We have to watch Long, Long Man and react to it together. So here's the way it's going to work. Since Long, Long Man is a series of segments, we're going to watch a segment and then we're going to discuss as a group. This is like a fun group activity. Amanda, we got some symbolism coming up. Just don't worry about it. So we're going to watch each segment, then we're going to discuss. Now, if you have already seen Long, Long Man, do not spoil the ending of Long, Long Man
quite yet
until we finish watching Long, Long Man for the people who have not had the pleasure. Okay, so are we all ready to get this long train a-rolling?
Are you buckled in?
Do you have some Sakaru gummies? I wish I had found some. That would have actually been really fun to actually.
Yeah.
But listen, they're kind of hard to find. So, especially since we do not live in Japan. So, welcome to the incredible world of 2017's smash hit commercial series, Long, Long Man, where
we're gonna do our best to because they put all the bits together, so we're gonna try to stop it at each one.
As close to each one. So we open on our leads, Chi and Toru, enjoying what is a lovely picnic in the park.
Okay, here we go.
どうしたの？
トールさんが避ける組咲いてる時の顔が好き。
そう？
もっと長く見てたいな。
Long, long man.
And there he is. The man.
危ないね、あの人。避ける組対長い避ける組。
Okay. Part 1. We meet Long, Long Man.
And our two main characters.
And our two main characters. We're led into the vibe that we're going to get for the rest of this commercial series.
Does anybody have anything they want to say
any
far?
Any comments about our opening scene? This couple seems lovely with their Sakaru gummies. Just enjoying a peaceful
Well, and did you enjoy that saxophone? Because that was the
Mhm.
music was a big aspect of
The-
up in the drama.
yeah. Keep it together, Frankie. Keep it together, Frankie. I believe in you. So we now arrive on part 2, a second date with our young lovers.
We're at the zoo, evidently.
Yes, they're going to enjoy a lovely date at the zoo. Let's see how it goes. Hi, Joy.
キリンさんが見てテナガザルこっちはゾウさんだ
ちーちゃんは長いのが好きなんだね。
別に意識してるわけじゃないけど
気のせいか。Long, long前にも言ったね、あの長い人。避ける組対長い避ける組。
So we meet yet again the young couple dogged by the long, long man. Enjoying some wildlife in more ways than one. We'll actually get into it later. It comes in multiple flavors because right now. So, any thoughts about the date at the zoo? What a lovely, wholesome time.
And hello, Joy.
And hello, Joy. Yes, welcome. Thank you for coming. What a wholesome time this couple is having. Just enjoying a lovely zoo date, looking at all the long animals. Just absolutely fantastic. So our third segment arrives on Toru, who has discovered an incredible new flavor.
Here we go.
Saccharuga. Well, I hope that your date ended a little better than these ones do. Okay.
出先で避ける組のマンゴー見つけてさ。本当？バイク便で送ったから。そろそろ吹くと思うよ。
そうすごいタイミング
サインお願いします。Long, long, my ちーちゃん、聞こえてる？
届いたよありがとう
マンゴー味珍しいからたくさん買ったんだ。今度2人で食べようね。おーい、ちーちゃん。避ける組対長い避ける組。
Oh my. Oh my. Now, listen, it's okay to look, but now we're getting a little. She's getting a little bold here with Long Long Man. He's just trying to be a nice working
I just
man.
realized that on the back of his jacket it says long distance bike.
Long distance bike. It's too early for sax. Frankie, it's never too early for sax. So she's now propositioned Long Long Man, asking if he has time. Where will this go? Let's find out.
The drama is just
the
palatable
drama
at this point.
is up to here at this point. Where are we going
そ
now?
れ触ってみてもいいですか
どうぞ。
長いこれどうやって咲くんですか
こんな風に。Long, long, my すいません。避ける組対長い避ける組。
So the Long Long Man has now been presented with a bit of a dilemma. Who is this woman? Why is she propositioning him? What is going on? And what will poor Toru do about this? Frankie, he can't do the distance on that bike. So clearly, Chi at this point has decided she's going to be stepping out on Toru.
Her curiosity has gotten the best of her at this
Yes,
point.
she's been seduced by length at this point, even though she had a steady supply of perfectly serviceable gummies already. But what will poor Toru do? What's going to happen next? All right, let's go. I just want to point out before we hit play, we're only 2 minutes in, and we've been presented with a full arc of emotions now.
A lot has already happened.
Yes.
Here we go.
はーい。
電話出ないから心配になって。
ちょっと寝込んでて、
これ持ってきたから一緒に食べよう。
今日は。ちょっと待って、今はダメ。
Long, long, あいつが来てたんだ。違うの。避ける軍隊、長い避ける軍。
So clearly, he's things are happening now. Things are happening. He's going through it emotionally. So what is ever how let's just check in with the audience. How are you all feeling about this so far? How is Toru justified in his reaction to finding a long gummy in his girlfriend's bed? What's going on? What's happening? What will our hero do? I don't even know at this point. I suppose Toru's sort of the sad cuckold in this in this gummy based shenanigan. All right.
Have we given enough time for? Because there is a lot.
Yeah, there is a bit of delay. I always forget about the delay when I'm live streaming. That you're kind of 30 seconds behind. So I just gotta sit here and be like.
So we're just waiting in case anyone wants to say anything.
Anyone has some comments.
See, that's the question we have, Frankie.
Yes, I suppose that the only way to find out will be to continue watching. Let's see the next part.
Here we go.
Here we go.
ちーちゃん、どうして俺じゃなくてこいつなんだよ。
それは。
ああ、そうかい。長けりゃいいのかい。ビロービロービローよ。ちーちゃん。
黙っててごめん。実は私もう長くないの。だから長いものを見ると安心できるの。
ちーちゃん。避ける組対、長い避ける組。
The tragic backstory. That he has just been released into. Oh my goodness.
There were no hints that was coming.
No,
that just happened.
We've been hoodwinked. Oh boy. What is going on? How will Toru react to this, to finding out that Chi-chan might be not long for this world? Oh. Ooh. Oh boy.
I will say, when I first watched it, that was probably the first most shock, that was whoa, way out of left field with that.
Say what?
Just giving a moment in case we get any comments.
Any comments that we want to share? We'll get into the reaction to it later on. But I do believe they were all filmed at once and then released periodically. So it's sort of if you're watching a show, the first commercial break would have the first one and then the second one and so on and so forth. So you would
imagine if that was how a lot of commercials worked. That would be really interesting.
You know what? I think that would actually be a smart way for commercials to work because it would get people interested in actually watching commercials instead of just, fast forwarding when you have it on, or skipping them entirely. All right. So For a commercial shoot, I imagine it was.
But also just
But
wordplay.
So now we meet a fourth character, a co-worker of Chi-chan. You know what? He would actually be pretty good in this. So we meet a fourth character, Chi-chan's co-worker. So sometimes that's right. Sometimes you want to care about these people in this product that they're shilling to you, right? So let's see what the coworker has to say about Chi-chan's love life.
どうしてそんな猿芝居したの？目移りするのチーの悪い癖だよ。
だって長いんだもん。
長さに騙されてんじゃねえよ。え？避けるグミ一袋分並べていくと、ほら、同じ長さになるの。食べやすいようにわざわざ切ってあるんだよ。トールさん優しい。
避けるグミ対長い避けるグミ。
So she was foolish. You find out all lies. That she lied to get out of a painful situation. What's she gonna do now? She's also discovered that the long gummy is just an uncut gummy. It's the same thing. There's nothing more special about it. What's she gonna do? Where is this going? Where will we find ourselves in this incredible?
And we're still just
web?
3.5 minutes in.
Like, we've gotten so much. Exactly, Frankie. It's not the size; it's how you put them together.
Short candy is not a crime.
Oh, we'll actually get into this. It's not gum.
Just it's more on the gummy side of things.
Yeah, it's like a flat Haribo. But yes. So apparently it's like, how you use the short gummy, not how short the gummy is. So we open on the next segment where Toru-chan is with Chi-chan out here in this beautiful mall filled with all sorts of people. What are they doing? Let's find out where this story goes next.
ちーちゃん聞いてもいい？
何？
プロポーズってどんな風にされたい？
え？
正直に言ってごらん。
フラッシュモブは嫌かな。なんかこっぱずかしいし、フラッシュモブ以外だよ。
ちーちゃん、僕と結婚。Long, long,
Oh no!
耳長っ。避けるグミ対長い避けるグミ。
Even in the midst of being proposed to, she can't forget him. She cannot forget the secret enticement that is Long Long Man. It's just he lives in her mind rent free. It's incredible. Like, you know what? That'll fix all your relationship problems. Get married and have a kid. Am I right? No, that I'm kidding. Never do that. Yeah. Oh no. Why would you hire such a long-eared bunny for your flash mob proposal? These things.
Yeah, like there's an orchestra even. I mean,
there's a man in a
long red carpet.
Yeah, there's a man in a full ghillie suit made entirely of the gummies. It's got it all. This was going to be the greatest flash mob proposal you've ever seen. But he quickly cans that because she's not into that. So, kind, I suppose. So we now open onto yet another scene where Toru-san is wishing Chi-chan a good night after their engagement.
ダメ。結婚式までお預け。
シェー、おやすみ。
おやすみ。
シートベルトお締めください。
Long, long,
どちらまで？
は
すいません。やっぱり忘れられない。
避ける組対長い避ける組
Oh no, she still has a torch for long.
Sorry
long
that
man.
reveals what's up next.
Well, like she already said not until we're married. So, so she's withholding affection from her fiance, but still holding a torch for the mysterious long, long man. Chi-chan. Chi-chan. Come on, Toru-san seems like a really nice dude, right?
Right.
Like he's trying. He's giving you all the flavors of short gummy. Trying
Even
to
rare flavors.
Yeah, trying to satisfy your gummy needs. It's the longest torch, Frankie. The absolute longest torch.
It does make you wonder, like, how long of a time period this spans, right? Because it's not like we win a meet, even though it's like engagement, boom, here's the wedding. It's obvious that time has passed.
But like, this has so much rich lore to it. Just absolute rich amazingness. So
now we will say this is the last episode.
Second to last.
You're right.
Yeah. So we open now on the second to last segment where we are at Chi-chan and Toru-san's wedding. Let's see how it goes.
叫んじゃねえぞはたぼうよLong, long,
Oh, no. I love that coat.
避ける組対長い避ける組
So it is what Toru-san has always feared. The long, long man has come, and Chi-chan's heart was never with him. She was too absorbed in that absolutely enticing length that just could not leave her mind. She needed,
her obsession got the best of her.
She needed the length. She couldn't stop thinking about the length. How will this end? This we're in a bit of a pickle. If we were watching a K-drama, this would be the dark turn, possibly. No. Well, see, what's actually interesting. What's interesting is that you actually have a wedding. So in Japan and Korea, it's very common to have like a wedding ceremony for like your friends and family, but you don't register your marriage officially until afterwards. So legally,
can't you do it flip too?
Yeah, you can do it either way, and
we don't know though.
So that's true. Case. So, but there is a chance that they're not legally married yet. That this is just the show wedding that they're doing for their friends and family. So there is a possibility that a divorce lawyer may not be necessary.
It would have been more handy if he had showed up first.
That's true. Like,
because they still went through with the ceremony.
That's true. All right. Now, are we all ready for the thrilling
Are you
conclusion?
prepared?
Are you mentally prepared?
Because we don't know if you are.
Because all I know is the first time I saw Long Long Man, I wasn't mentally prepared for this thrilling conclusion. So it's pretty good. So how can this story possibly end? Because there's going to be heartbreak. It's bound to happen. The Long Long Man, he's too seductive. He's too enticing. He's captured her heart and mind.
Like, will a fight break out? You never know, right?
Like, Toru-san, how can he compare to this suave, goateed gentleman who just shows up with his incredibly long, sexy gummy? Shall we find out, everyone? Let's go.
Here we go. This is the last one.
Here we go.
私、長い間あなたのこと待ってたの。トールさんごめんなさい。私のことは忘れて。分かったでしょ？私はひどい女なの。
ああ、もうやだ。どうしていつも俺の前に現れるんだよ。
一目見た時から君のことが。
Long, long man.
トール君、
俺嘘だろ。
高いったのに。どうして？
僕らはきっと分かり合える。
触ってみてもいいですか？
ああ、きっとみんな分かり合える。避ける組長い避ける組。
This is the greatest love story of all time. It's got it all. It's got twists, it's got turns. You never know where it's going. And she kind of gets nothing. So let's like explore. Let's get into the meat of Long Long Man. So we're presented with three main characters. We have Chi, a fickle woman, enamored by length. She loves that. She loves the length. We have Toru, a man attempting to entice the woman he loves without any length. But we got a lot of good puns going on today. And then we have Long Long Man, the mysterious long stranger. These are, we also have a few side characters, but these are, the three main ones that we are dealt with. So the real questions we have to ask ourselves, now that we're getting into the academic portion of this live stream, is the character of Chi truly unreasonable for her desires of length? All of us in this world have desires of certain things, and you long to find a partner that can satisfy these desires. But is the desire for Long Long Man and his incredible length the same as the rejection of Toru with his overabundance of short gummies? We would like to speak about the tropes embodied by this character, because this is the most trope-filled perfect storm.
There are a lot of tropes.
6-minute web drama that you've ever seen. So it has the secretly dying trope. Is she?
Because she obviously hadn't told him.
Mm-hmm. The end features a laser-guided karma. So she immediately gets, punished for her indiscretions in the previous parts of the show. Also, in addition, she has a bit of a visual leitmotif, as it were, of constantly dropping the short gummies when encountering the incredible length of the long gummies. We have Toru-san. So, should he have, picked up on the fact that Chi-chan wasn't in it for the long haul? And is this the best example of a bisexual icon in some, in media that, the bisexual community has been searching for this whole time? These are important questions to ask. His tropes, he's got the old bait and switch with the plot, where the whole plot, you're led to believe that
the object of affection
is
Chi.
But in fact, Toru, with his delightful freckle, has truly captured the heart We have the faux naturare. I wrote that down, and then I had a whole thing about it.
Yeah, you have to check your notes.
I know
to get it right.
Oh my god. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, cuckold. Right. It's just a fancy word for cuckold that sounds better for YouTube purposes. So he believes himself to be cuckolded when he will be performing the cuckolding at the end of the day. And also the very classic, more so in fan fiction than actual fiction, the pair the suitors trope, where in a, harem style, story, the two suitors end up falling in love with each other rather than the main character. A fun trope, very, very popular in the fan fiction set. Yeah. And finally, the true hero of the day, Long Man. He has an incredible leitmotif, both visual and auditory. So the saxophone, like fun little play on words that TV Tropes provided us with, whereupon every time he appears, a sexy George Michael style saxophone solo begins with just a seductive man going long, long. Perfection. His other tropes, he has new jobs as the plot demands. This man has worked every part-time job that will keep him busy in the running. He's booked and busy and just, doing it. And then you have the straight gay, which is the gay man that everyone assumes is straight because they don't embody the stereotypes that have become popular to associate with the gay community, despite the fact that gay people can come in all sorts of personalities and fashion styles and sizes and looks and every ages and everything. So yeah, that's, it's great. So, Long Man. It is basically the perfect storm of tropes. You thought he was just a gum enthusiast. Oh, he's so much more. He's so much more than just a gum enthusiast. So we have the perfect storm of tropes in the plot of Long Man. Like, some people will see this and think, oh, what a lovely 6-minute long commercial, and that's it. But no, there's depth here. There's meat to be.
A lot of storytelling with all these tropes.
We were given a full arc. We had a full journey. We had character development, all in 6 minutes. So, if people are out there saying like, oh, a short story is not long enough to like tell you all the information, you should just send them Long Man, because 6 minutes was long enough to tell an entire tale. So there's basically like 4 big running gags that are very popular throughout the series to keep it going. So the rending of the gummy, in which every time his frustrations at being his inadequacies attack him, True attacks the short gummies in sort of a physical response to his own inadequate emotions about the length of his gummies.
And then he even tore the long gummy the one time he encountered that.
Yes,
very dramatically.
A dramatic, visceral response to his, his own personal perceived issues. We of course have I Hear Your Sax, the sensual saxophone, heralding the man of culture and length. We know that there's about to be a sensual appearance of the Long Man because his leitmotif has appeared. We have to drop it like it's hot. So he dramatically releases the short gummy in sort of a metaphor that at the instance of viewing the long gummy, the short is erased from her mind, and thus her body is physically rejecting, at the mere hint of any sort of length. That gummy is gone. And why are you here? Why is he always there? How does he
Nearly
know?
omnipresent.
It's almost as though fate wanted him to find these two and sort of dog their every moments with his absolute just vibe, you know. He's just incredible. So now you're thinking to yourself, I think the symbolism's pretty obvious, and you did have that slide at the beginning requesting that we keep it PG-13 because of YouTube, but we're here to tell you
There's more symbolism.
we've discovered this is jam-packed. Okay? So we're going to do a little bit of a slight deep dive if you'll stay with us and have a little bit of fun with the long man lifestyle. So at the beginning, we're presented with this white headband that she wears. White, of course, being a symbol of sort of a purity. So before encountering the long, gummy seductor, she was just a regular, pure, average, that we are led to believe for but a moment.
Yeah.
Because, take it away.
避ける組咲いてる
Well, I don't
さ
have
っきの
the.
顔が好き
そう
もっと長く見てたいな
So she straight up says what she wants. Just had to point that out, like
Yeah.
early on, before she's even seen Long Man.
From the opening scene, she is indicating to this man that he might not have
what she
what
needs.
she is looking for in life. So, like, is she pre-warning him that perhaps this relationship is doomed from the beginning?
And then the next is the animals, correct?
Yes. Okay. So we find ourselves in the next scene at this zoo featuring a series of animals. Now you think to yourself, well, obviously they just wanted to show a bunch of animals because the animals are long and it's just a visual gag. But what if it's a little deeper than that, everyone? What if the animals were sort of a double visual cue? One, because yes, they're all long animals. We've got our giraffe, we've got our gibbon, we've got our elephant. But what if also, like, the fact that wildlife is there is showing that she has a wilder desire than a calm man like Toru-san can provide to her. There's deepness. There's deepness. So up until this point as well, Long Man has appeared to just be an average office worker. However, knowing what we know at the end of the series, slowly his suit gets replaced with other jobs. He becomes sort of a part-time nomad, as it were. Stalker, some might say. Is there a sinister edge to the Long Man? Are we to believe that the writers of this think that for love you should forego your, secure employment? Because it is only after this scene where there's the second encounter that suddenly Long Man has multiple jobs, multiple jobs that are a lot of the times known as being more part-time temporary work. We have a bike messenger. We have a mascot. We have, in her imagination, a chauffeur. What does this mean? What are these jobs symbolizing to us, Very mysterious. Next, we encounter the key fob.
バイク便で送ったから
They have
Sky, what do you
matching
think?
key fobs.
What do you think about this key fob, Sky? What do you think this could be?
Well,
sy-
to me,
symbolizing?
it shows that she is, I mean, she's committed to that
Mhm.
relationship of the
Mhm.
short gummy situation, to where she's even okay with displaying that. She's trying to convince herself that that's an okay thing, and even wear it with pride type thing.
But it takes but a moment.
Yeah, let us
For all
just
this to
watch
fall
how that goes away.
すごいタイミング。
サインお願いします
Long, long
Discarded immediately.
Immediately.
It's as though the winds of change blew in and just absolutely destroyed her resolve to be happy. We then encounter in the same scene the box. Now you're thinking, this is just a box with the logo of Sakura Gummies. But is it? Could it perhaps be something more? We're here to tell you it could be. And from what we're watching, what we're experiencing on the Long Long Man saga is that Chi-chan has been, boxing up her desires and her emotions and, sort of locking it in a prison of societal expectations that she should just be accepting of, the short average, the regular short gummy that society says this is the norm. But by abandoning this box on the ground, the box full of the short gummies that have been imprisoning her in her own, against her own desires, she's saying, no, I want the long gummy. I want the long gummy.
So then we find
he listen, he's
実は私もう長くないの。だから長いものを見ると安心できるの。
So why would she feel assured?
Because we know that this is a lie. But there's a little but as we also know, every good lie has a grain of truth to it. That's how at the snap of the moment, the best lies are built on truths. Longevity. Does she possibly not see a longevity with Toru-san? Is that why her obsession with length has become so over the top? Bye, Frankie. Thank you for stopping by. Because clearly we're professionals. So is this obsession with length sort of an obsession with death at the same time? You know what I mean? Because all things have an end, which means that all things are in essence short and weak and feeble. So is the long just, a mortal obsession? Or is it just a big dick joke? Let's find out.
Here we go.
言ってごらん
フラッシュモブは嫌かな。なんかこっぱずかしいし、フラッシュモブ以外で。
The flash mob. And the incredible ghillie suit made of candy. Now, the flash mob, I think, is the first instance of us finding out that maybe Toru-san, stay with us here, isn't perhaps as great of a man as this commercial wants us to believe.
Doesn't understand her deeply enough to know that wouldn't be her type of thing.
You would think that if you're in a relationship to the point where you're going to marry someone, you would know if a public proposal or flash mob style proposal
Was
would
their
be
vibe.
something- yeah, would be something that they enjoyed. Like if someone tried to flash mob propose to me, I would walk away. I would not be a part of that scene at all. So, perhaps a little bit of a indication that maybe not all is well on the side of Toru-san. Now, we have these long ears. But as we now have seen the conclusion of Long Long Man, we know that, yeah, you know what? Exactly. Things, all was, rotten in the state of Denmark, as it were. You know what I mean? Knowing what we know at the end of the series, that this was Long Long Man in the costume the whole time, you're presented with the lengths that he'll go for the man he loves, even to his own detriment. Because he has agreed to participate in the engagement proposal of the man that he loves to another person.
Mm-hmm.
So truly, the selfless love is being presented by Long Long Man himself. He is the truly selfless being. He has, the ears indicating his lengths that he is willing to go for this man. Absolutely, just astonishing. Best male lead ever.
Long, long man. どちらまで?
Now, what could this seatbelt and this hallucination that she's having mean, like in the grander scheme? It's easy to say, like, okay, she's just she wants the L, like, but what if it was deeper than that? Sorry. Okay.
Did you just break?
I broke character a little. I broke character. I'm so sorry. Okay, moving on. The seatbelt is sort of a double-edged sword, right? Because on one hand, the length is a security, but it's also a bit of a prison at the same time. It's restraining her. She can't escape the length easily. The vision of this man is just haunting her while also enticing her. She's being driven mad by this man's absolute length.
Long, long man.
No. Diablo decided to come help me break character a second ago. So, our final piece of symbolism, as it were, is this limousine. The literal white horse that the savior of this broken relationship is coming to ride in on. He appears, the White Knight, in his hilariously long coat. Talk more about this for a second, Sky.
Well, so it's the literal White Knight riding in to save the day, as they always do in stories.
Hello.
Diablo says hi.
Diablo says hello. He's screaming for attention. Oh, thank you, honey. Goodbye, Matthew. So the White Knight, literally riding in on his white steed, is a very, popular, fantastical medieval situation. He's here to save the day, and save these people from themselves and a doomed relationship.
Here's the last little bit.
Just to... That train, though.
That train said it all it needed to say.
All it needed to say. I don't think we need to elaborate more on the symbolism of the length of that train. We'll let that marinate in your own minds. So now the real question you're asking yourself, because I also thought it was like, you know, like one of the like gum tape, like Bubblicious. Is that what that's called? What is that?
Yeah, there's like bubble tape. It's Hubba Bubba or something.
Hubba Bubba or whatever it's called. But what is a Sakaru gummy? We know of this show. We've heard of this show. Yes. There's allusions to many things coming up. So, sorry about that. Sakaru gummy is not gum. It is a flat gummy candy that is meant to be pulled apart and eaten, sort of like string cheese, but is obviously not cheese. Sakaru means to separate. So it's to separate the candy, which is why the guy at the wedding said, "Don't ever separate," like it was a literal pun. It was originally sold in the small sizes that are featured, but the Long Long Man commercial was created to market a special edition 40 centimeter long, which is about 1 2/3 a foot. About
that's pretty long.
That's a pretty long gummy bear, you know. And its it has many flavors, but its most popular are apple, grape, and peach. Peach is my personal favorite candy flavor. Love fuzzy peaches. Love them. I don't know. But I wish I could try it. However, I'm like 90% sure it's not vegan, and I am, so I probably never will. But if I ever come across it, maybe I will pick it up and send it to Sky, and she can try it and let us all know how it tasted. Okay. So, the main actor, we're just going to do a little, just very quick background into these actors, because I feel like they deserve a little bit of props. So the main actor, or Long Long Man himself, is Yukiyoshi Ozawa, who was born in San Francisco. And he started acting in '98 and has a massive filmography of films and TV shows and 4 commercials, Long Long Man being his most famous international role, which is awful, but like Long Long Man's pretty great.
But he acted really well in it too.
Yeah,
like he did a good job keeping a straight face and stuff.
I would have not been able to do it. I would have lost my mind. And he also comes from a very distinguished arts family. Like his cousin is a musician. Oh, that's right. That's a long filmography. His sister is an essayist. His mother is also an actress, I want to say. But anyway, a big arts family. And he also made a little featurette that we've decided to share as well. He made a little, it's very short, 2 minutes, discussing the Long Long Man experience.
皆さんこんにちは、小沢幸義です。僕が演じたのはですね、長い男という役柄でした。最初こう聞いた時になかなか変わってるタイトルだなと。で、そこにすごくキャッチーなので、惹かれたっていうのはありますね。それでまあ今回このちょっとストーリー仕立てになっておりまして、まあ自分がそこでですね、謎の長い男という役柄を演じさせてもらいまして、まあある健康的な、避けるグミが好きなカップルがいまして、しかもその女の子がその避けるグミがとても好きで、興味を非常に持っている。で、まあ幸せなカップルがいるんですけれども、そこに突如、何の意味もなく、そして前触れもなく現れるこの長い男。 そしてその彼女がですね、その男が持っているその長いものに、長いものってなんか変ですね。長いこう、グミじゃないその長い避けるグミにですね、こう、もう抗いようもなくこう、惹かれていってしまうという。そして、まあそこに先にあるのは、それは果たして幸せなのか、幸福なのか、それとも、少しの悲しみがあるのか。まあ、それはですね、今回ストーリー仕立てになっているので、見ていただけたら、なんか皆さん楽しんでいただけるんではないかと思っております。まあ、こう自分もね、よく私生活でね、顔が濃いだとか長すぎるだとかいろいろ言われるんですけれども、まあ、そんな自分をキャスティオとして使っていただいたユーハ三拓郎さんにありがとうと、申したいのと同時にですね、素晴らしいコマーシャルが出来上がりました。ぜひ見ていただけると嬉しいです。皆さんこの避けるグミって食べたことありますか？これね、もちろん美味しいんですよ。美味しいんですけど、この長い避けるグミ、これもね、ものすごく美味しいんですよ。皆さん、この避けるグミと長い避けるグミ、長い方もですね、この、まあ、長すぎない方もですね、ぜひ食べてみてください。とっても美味しいですよ。よろしくお願いします。長い男、小沢幸義です。ありがとうございます。
That was glorious.
I enjoy him trying not to
break too much
while doing this ad for his ad, as it were. I hope they gave him a lifetime supply as well, because he was doing the most. In fact, all of the three actors in this were really doing the most in this series. Chi was played by Rizako Ito, who is an actress and model who began acting in 2006. She has also a long filmography and does a lot of stage plays, so that's fun. Very talented. And then finally, while the Long Man was an enigma in the commercial, the actor who plays Toru-san, Seiji Suzuki, was a bit of an enigma for our research. Where did he come from? What has he done other than this? Where did he go? Where did he come from, Toru-san? We don't know. We were unable to find. We looked. We researched. He's an enigma. He has no locatable acting credits in that we could find. He's a bit of a mysterious long man himself. He did a great job. I love his little freckle. I think he's very cute.
And he did extra well.
Extra well. And finally, the iconic line, "Do you mind if I touch it?" So, yeah, this was our little presentation.
Anything anybody wants to add?
Yes, any questions, any comments? We're just here.
We did want to mention it was very, very popular.
Yes, it has become sort of internationally known since it was broadcast in 2017, to the point where it has been translated into multiple languages, and people have fan dubbed have done their own voice acting fan dubs in various languages. And also apparently people were very happy that it had gay representation, which wasn't really a thing in ads at the time, even though it really wasn't that long ago. But people really liked the fun message behind it. Not sure if it affected the sales of Sakura Gummy, but let's hope that it did, because
you would think so, because it was so popular. The ad was so popular,
and it was like such a clever ad. And like, we know that, you know, Japan has like a history of wild and ridiculous advertising, but this one, there's just something special about Long Man that makes it incredibly endearing to so many people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just ridiculous, it's giving you a story, it's giving you, you know, tension, drama, like twist endings. It's giving everything. It's absolutely incredible. Do we have any comments? these are our links to the YouTube videos and everything. But you can just go to YouTube and search Long Long Man, and you can watch it again. Do we have any comments and questions before we end this lovely long live stream about Long Long Man? While we ask that, I would like to mention tomorrow night at 8:30 EST, Eastern Standard Time, on our Discord, we will be watching the first episode of Worry the Virgin, subtitled. It is the remake of... we will add it to our list. We will be doing, so it's the remake of Jane the Virgin that stars Sung Hoon, and her name is eluding me, but she's the girl from my Ideas Gangnam Beauty. And if you're a listener of the podcast, you know that we all have a big soft spot for Sung Hoon. So we're very excited about that, and it's going to be super fun. It's free to come. You can just join our Discord. We do a lot of fun stuff. And the link will be in the description in a few minutes. I will be updating the description with the link. Joy, thank you for coming. I'm glad that you had a really good time. So if you really sort of liked this fun faux lecture format, please let us know, because we're willing to do it again in the future, because it was a lot of fun to do, and we love coming and hanging out with you guys. So thank you for coming and learning all about Long Long Man.
We know that it was a long lecture, but we hope that you enjoyed it.
Well, anyway, we hope you had a good time, and we'll show up tomorrow at our
watch along.
And we'll be tweeting the link to our Discord on Twitter, and I will add it to the description of this video. So anyway, I hope you have a fantastic night, and enjoy, maybe go rewatch Long Long Man, live the drama again. And anyway, have a great night, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.